All right, what's up, y'all? What is commodification? I'm gonna read it. Commodification is the process of transforming inalienable, free, or gifted things into commodities or objects for sale. It has a connotation of losing an inherent quality or social relationship when something is integrated by a capitalist marketplace. And if we look up the word capitalize, let's look up the word capitalization. It has two meanings. Oh, you have an uppercase, lowercase. Ah. Okay, no, we're looking for the other one in finance and business. Well, capitalization is putting a value. In other words, we could just summarize it as putting a measurement of value, okay, so that it can be sold. And this measurement of value is what then becomes what's uh, important. It becomes a determining or a predetermining factor to something and to the things that life already gives to all. Okay. Now, this commodification is a big fucking problem. Okay. Because pretty much everything has been commodified. Okay. That doesn't mean that there are people who live without these things being commodified. And these are the people who still thrive in their tribes and their communities and in the re-rising of certain communities, self-sustaining communities, solar punkish style communities, where self-sustainability is what's important, okay? Where creativity thrives, okay? Now, commodification, where things are turned into these measurements of value, into these currencies, credits, you see that in video games, okay? Earn enough credits, customize your gear, earn enough credit, um, and win a customization created by somebody that someone would love, that someone in their free time loves to do. So, in that sense, where it becomes a game and not a determining factor of what is available, yeah, that can be fun. But when commodification becomes, and the things that are commodified become the determining factor of the quality of life, like I've had mentioned in my previous videos, that is where we bump into the problem. And that's when it becomes the problem that we see, or that many people are seeing in today's evolving, falling, collapsing, and evolving economies. Okay? US included. Nature provides everything, right? We know that. Nature provides wood. But someone who's interested in commodifying will turn something inalienable, freely given, and turn it into a commodity and then resell it. And then your dependency or your ability to thrive in harmony independently and dependently with nature. Because see, nature allows for dependence and independence. And it's a dependence that is good because it is a self sustaining dependence and independence. Okay? Nature itself is independent. If nature has wild blueberries growing, well, nature itself will grow its own blueberries. It'll fall, the seeds will fall into the ground, and it'll be self sustaining. So, nature is self sustaining, nature is self dependent. Yet, nature allows for people to be dependent with it and independent and self dependent. The commodification of life and the things that life gives us, that is where it gets transferred into the economies, and then the determination and the quality of people's life is determined on whether they have these measurements, enough measurements of value, okay, or enough units of value to be able to have the necessities that nature already provides. And that is the issue, and that is the illusion that many people are awakening from. You can never put a price tag on nature. And those who think you can or can't, or those who want to foolishly say, well, you're using a device that was put a price tag on it, that doesn't stem away from the truth. Okay? That doesn't stem away from divine law. That's why the divine laws are still set in place, and that's why certain other laws made by humans and organizations are there to defend and protect what is already divinely written, divinely available. So that's commodification for y'all. And that's what we need to continually remind ourselves that we need to move away from. Commodifying nature's food so that you can be the one that people look for, that's not efficient. That's going to have its own problems later on, as you see in today's world, where empires that were built off of commodifying people, resources, are now having a big slap in the face. And in my previous video, I talked about how people, businesses, entrepreneurs, organizations, agencies take what nature already gives and commodify it. Take the qualities and the values and the necessities and the gifts of life and commodify it for the stupid, illusory game that says how much money or how much credit you have and how you use it, because, in better said, how you use it, because everyone has it, determines whether you can have it. And then, if it wasn't already made complicated enough, you have long, drawn out, complicated financial procedures in order to even utilize the credit. You have to go fight. You have to present in court your case. And the laws are there to protect your economic status, your living man status, your living woman status, your abundant financial status, as well as your natural free status. But oh man, you have to go through all this work now. You have to set up these structures, this LLC, this trust. And people are doing it, yeah. But if you can't see beyond that, then you're probably lost. And you need help. You need to reconnect back to nature. So, anyways, that's all I'm gonna say. Namaste. Remember, animals are friends, not food.